I joined psychiatric nursing in the year 1967 in APN 5. At that time I was 18 years old. I went into student nursing in 1969, PTS 70. I'm known as Salleh and I'm age 76. I joined nursing because I stumbled across a book. The title is Why You Do What You Do. It's a book on psychology. It tells you in layman terms why and how a person behaves. They talk about compensatory mechanism, what is delusion, everything to do with the mind, you see. So I was actually very attracted to it. It set my mind to wanting to know more about psychology. When I just passed out from school with my senior Cambridge, I want something different. And what attracted me was assistant psychiatric nurse. And I want this job because not only as I say, it's something unique to me. Few people, male especially, will want to take up nursing, you see. So I find it challenging. I was actually looking forward to it. Woodbridge at that time was in a rural area. They have a lot of trees, a lot of vegetation. The layout of the wards is exactly like a centipede. The main body and all the legs are jutting out sideways. So a long corridor from one end to the other end. Left and right, there are wards. There are actually metal fencing. Each ward will have an open field, about the size of a football field. Not only you see the greeneries in the open space, but you can look at the sky. First impact was that it's very spacious, very big area. But there is a sort of sense of stillness. I was not faithful, but I was sort of a bit guarded. I was told that if you were to work in Woodbridge Hospital, which is meant for the mentally ill, they may attack you. Patients who are there are considered mad. Some even make comments that if you work too long in Woodbridge Hospital, you end up also like them. I've worked there for so many years. I'm now 76. I feel that I'm mentally very well and I can cope better, in fact. After taking up psychiatric courses and we were taught about psychology, about human behavior, then I realized why you do what you do, there's always an explanation. I was actually pleasantly surprised why the patients, they don't call us as nurses. They will use the term Baba to address us. So I inquired from the older staff. The older staff, they were telling me quite a number of staffs working in Woodbridge Hospital were actually Peranakan in origin. The male is addressed as Baba, you see. So that name, Baba, sticks, you see, because it's very easy to remember and easy to address. So I had this patient, he actually bedridden. He can't talk, he can open his eyes. There was this lady that will visit him every day, twice a day without fail. The visiting time at that time was 1 o'clock, so she's there. After visiting hours, this lady will walk out where there are these old village shop houses and she will remain there. 5 o'clock when it's visiting time in the evening, she's with the husband again. She brought food from the outside and was feeding the husband. I told her the government provide the meals, it's free of charge. And of course her reply was this: I like to buy the food for him and I like to feed him personally. When she is with the husband, she will just talk to the husband, but the husband cannot respond. She says, the reason why I want to keep on talking to him is that because I hope that one day, by my talking to him daily, he will one day respond to me. Then she told me, says, this husband of mine treats me better than Queen Elizabeth. Whatever I say, whatever I want to do, goes. Then he was not well, the company collapsed. The house also has to be sold. So she was telling me, actually I got no hope. But as long as I can get to see my husband every day, I'm very happy. And from this episode, it changed my perception of people who sacrifice themselves for the greater good of another person. I was posted to various wards. So I was in this ward whereby they actually due for discharge. And when I first went to this ward, I noticed that everything is all routine. Then I got an idea. Because Woodbridge Hospital is next to Lorong Buangkok. I live in one of the kampong there for 1.5 years. I want to take a group of patients here. I will select those which I think is able to know what they are doing. I like to take them for a walk. There are a lot of fruit trees there. There are some fruit trees whereby the rambutan, is dangling out of the compound of the house owner, I approached the house owner because I know them. I said, these are my patients. They are very keen about, they look at your rambutan, Then he said, yeah, let them pluck, it's okay. They pluck. Then along the way, they were eating the rambutan and all. After the first group that went, every day they pester me. They want to go out, they want to go out. They want to eat rambutan. Initially, it was a challenge to me because I had some fears also like, what happened if I take them for a walk, they got themselves injured or they run away, But I was very happy because why? I feel that I made the right choice and able to take up the challenge to take them out. I can make them happy, by doing something different, all right, and they are happy. I say it's good for me. I went into student nursing in 1969. Being from a psychiatric setting in Woodbridge Hospital and general nursing in SGH, there's a difference. Psychiatric setting has everything to do with the mind. In SGH, it's mainly physical. As part of my training, I was in this medical ward. We had one patient. He had cancer of the stomach and an abdominal operation, and there are a lot of tubes coming out. And he has all these discharges. They put this screen around the bed. And outside the bed, they put the airway. The bed next to this patient was shifted further away. And I noticed that this patient is very grumpy. He demands also attention and he keeps calling out to nurses to help him, Then I found out the smell that comes up from his body is really very smelly. And whoever goes in to attend to him will very quickly go in and come out. So I can understand why he's so angry. I said, if I can make him happy or comfortable in his last few days of his life, I said, I would have achieved something. So I said, I'd like to look after him. Cleaning him up, feeding him, everything, all I'll handle it. Then he was asking me, why are you not afraid? I said, afraid of what? Don't you get a smell? I said, frankly speaking, I do get a smell. And the smell is horrible. I want to be truthful to you, I said. But I have work to do here. Whatever smell comes is okay. I take it. So then we chit-chat and I attend to him, Then slowly, as the days pass, he become more calm. He will talk to me. And also, when the wife comes, he's cheerful. I was very happy. When it comes to nursing, it's what now? Nothing matters more than compassion. Wanting to elevate the distress or the suffering of the patient in front of me. I volunteered for the SCF Combat Support Hospital when I was 30 years old. As a volunteer nursing officer, in the Combat Support Hospital, it's the extension of what I'm doing as a nurse, the military aspect of it. That fascinates me. Go down to the ground and then pitch tent and then work out the plan. They teach you contingency planning. We are taught how to prioritize which are the serious cases that has to be seen by the doctor and the less serious cases, identify them, tag them, right now. And then also identify where there is a ground for the dead. You see, just say, pass away, there must be a place to place them. And I find that it helps me in my own daily life. And also, it helps me in my work also. While I was working in Changi Prison Hospital, on a daily basis, we will have what is known as an observation chart, we will talk to the patient, find out more about his mental state, his physical state. I've come across inmates who were arrested after many years on the run. So I always ask them, when you're on the run, do you feel that you have freedom? They say no. He regretted running away. Although physically I'm not in prison, but since I ran away, my mind is being imprisoned. Somebody look at me, I say, okay, game is up already. They recognize me. So I always have these thoughts. Definitely, I learned something from them. No point in being greedy or injure somebody and then get yourself arrested. I think important is to do what is right and then be good to your fellow men. That's very important. When you are retired, you cannot be just sitting down and look to the sky. I look after my plants. When it gets infested, you try to find out what sort of bug has infected the plant. This also is an extension of nursing. So instead of looking after patient, now I look after my wife, I look after my plants. My belief is that as a person, as long as you can eat, you can drink, and then at night, you can sleep. Good enough for me. Working as a general nurse, this misconception is happening all the time. Dirty work, underpaid, overwork. There's danger to yourself because why? You get infected by patient. But I think for me, my advice is one: give it a try, because you are able to nurse yourself better, and for your family also. When I joined nursing in 1967, that's where I met my wife. She's also in the same nursing cohort as myself in Woodbridge Hospital. I got married at age 25 for 51 years. I'm able to extend my help to my wife. This also makes me very happy. You see? There's something good that comes out of it.